My name is Mencik and I'm an average teenager. I wash my car, I do the laundry, I don't clean my room at all, and I have an evil younger sibling. But I have a problem getting jobs because of my appearance, especially my big gauged out ears. On almost every job application you see, there will be an equal opportunity employment statement. Yet people with standout appearances tend to still be discriminated against by jobs based on their appearance instead of based on how hard they can actually work. There is no known culture in which people do not paint, pierce, tattoo, or reshape. Diverse cultures in the world decorate their body in countless ways for various reasons. Cyril is a great example of a company who heavily discriminates based on appearance.
What's the male grooming policy?
The male grooming policy is basically you must have your hair above half of your ear, and also your hair must be above your collar. You cannot touch your collar in any way. And another thing is, if you have a hat at SeaWorld, if you are wearing a hat, if for any reason a supervisor or a lead asks you to remove your hat, if your hair does not meet that standards, then they will send you home automatically.
I then visited the Museum of Man where the body ornamentation exhibit was taking place. I took my journey to Apogee Body Piercings in Ocean Beach.
I started doing stuff like this to myself when I was probably 13, 14. I got my first tattoo when I was 14 years old. So I'm kind of the age that everybody starts experimenting on themselves.
What do your tattoos symbolize to you? Like, do you have a meaning? Well, obviously have meanings, but...
To me, it just marks, like marking things that happened in my life for me, kind of, you know? Or it could just be like certain things that I like I got like horror tattoos. I'm in like horror movies a lot and stuff, and then just like certain situations if something happens, you know, just to mark that occasion, I guess you could say.
Do you feel that it's worth it to change just for a job? Especially one that you don't love or...
I don't think you should have to change it for anything at all. I don't even think you should have to change it just so you can, like, not be fucking talk shit to on the trolley or something by other people just because of the way you look. I don't think you should have to change the way you look just to have peace or even get what you want in life. I don't think that's fair.
Have you ever had any hardships getting a job because of your tattoos or piercings?
Situations where I was, when I first started getting tattooed, I had sleeves a little bit on my neck, but I covered it up. And I got the job and they didn't know I had tattoos, and then after some time passed, once they realized how heavily tattooed I was, they wanted me to continue to wear long sleeves and stuff, but I kind of was like, that's like discrimination if you're going to fire me because I have tattoos.
When I was younger, I used to do some legal work or work with children, like out at Polinsky and stuff like that, and as I started to get some tattoos and get pierced a little bit and stuff like that, I think the kids never had a problem with it, but the parents and stuff like that, and definitely when I had, you know, other jobs that I've been through, either get, you know, you can get a hard time for having big lobes or something like that, just whether it's coworkers, you know, or anything like that. But I mean, that's partly why we have the jobs that we do.
I had a situation at work where we were getting new management and they were firing people, and they asked me, the manager of the Hotel Del asked me if I was going to apply back for my job, and I told him no, and he asked me why. I said I just don't want to work here anymore, and he walked away and stood next to my boss, and I'm not sure if he did it on purpose or he didn't know that I heard him, but he said, oh, if she applied back, she wasn't going to get her job back because of her piercings. But whatever, they have to deal with it. It's me.
What do you think about businesses that discriminate because of the way you look or your style?
They can suck a fat one. And it's pretty lame, you know, for people to discriminate on somebody the way that somebody looks. It's like, just because we're just like on a different spectrum, you know, it's because we modify ourselves this way. It's like not giving a girl a job because she gets fake boobs, you know, it's just a different form of body modification. It's kind of ridiculous. Just because the way somebody looks, you guys should judge how they work and how they are as a person, not the way that they look.
In a lot of cultures around the world, piercing, scarification, tattooing, and other acts such as this are considered to be rites of passage into adulthood.
How does it make you feel to know a lot of companies hire you based on your appearance instead of how hard you work before they get to know?
How do I feel about that?
Yeah.
I think it's fucking ignorant as hell. Like, it's basically like those people like that you see out on the streets or when you're walking that yell out their window and stuff. It's basically just like that. Like, you're just basically telling like people like us that we're not going to get anywhere in life if we don't change the way we look, which is wrong because the way we look is us. Like, it's not like we do it because it's like Halloween, it's just for fun. Like, we do it because it's us.
Going into what he was saying, I mean, I think the modifications that people are doing to their bodies now, I mean, I think something like liposuction or, you know, a breast augmentation procedure is so much more hardcore and I feel damaging than any of what we're doing. However, those are typically the first people to call us on something we're doing, even though they've done these incredibly, you know, self-modifying procedures to themselves.
My parents think just because I have tattoos I'm not going to be able to find a professional job. And I think that's a bunch of bull because anyone can find a professional job no matter how they look. People can be professional. They have tattoos and piercings. They could be clean cut. Some people have tattoos that you don't even know they have and they cover them up. Or they could take out their piercings, no big deal. Shouldn't stop someone from getting a job. It's not about how they look. It's about how they work. It's about their personality.
It's weird what is accepted now, and I think a lot of it does, of course, go back to the media. You know, what we see on television. If people think it's okay to modify your body if they want to look like Playmate of the Month or whatever, something like that. But people, I think, still have totally. I think people still, you know, have a problem with if you want to tattoo your arm black, you know, or wear large jewelry in your ears. But it will still always be an uphill battle for people that are more heavily tattooed and pierced. We'll see how it goes.